So guys, here we are in the new Stalingrad map that I really wanted to show to you guys because they did some major changes to this map. So yeah, we are here in the factories, of course. So it looks already pretty amazing, but it feels the same map, but just better, right? So little things like the snow between the tracks, little stuff here and there. Though the way that the glasses are, look at that. I mean, you have like stuff all over the place that you can destroy, of course. Sometimes they fall in a very weird way, but you get the point, right? But yeah, guys, this is the new Stalingrad map. This version specifically that I'm domination here, but yeah, very cool to see another map with a rework. This was always a building I talked about in the dev blog. This was always a building that I found very weird because it looked like a parking lot right here in the middle, like, of the factory. Would be very weird. So now it's, you know, properly like a building that got destroyed, right? No destruction apparently there. Yeah, no destruction, which is sad, but it is much better. Especially the rubble, the stuff that it's just destroyed all around will be much better. So let's drive around, take a look on the map, and then we're gonna fly around the map as well to see how it is, just a little bit more realistic, a little bit more pretty. Very cool, right? We are obviously with the T-34 over here, which makes sense, right? Very cool looking, man. But at the same time, it feels like the exact same map. You can use the same routes that you are accustomed to. You have the same obstacles, more or less, right? But at the same time, it looks a lot more realistic. It is something that they are doing for a lot of maps. Hopefully they continue to do that. They probably will, right? Look at the tracks here. How realistic is this, right? Much, much better than what it was before, especially with ray tracing. It just looks amazing. The factories, everything. If there is any stutter, sorry, because for some reason sometimes the V-Sync is just not working, like the cap on FPS, right? So it's just running free now. So I hear something, like a sign, or like a bell or something. Let's see if we can actually overpass this. Okay, we can. It's easier than I thought it was actually going to be. So yeah, you can see, especially like rubble, stuff that is destroyed, you can see that it's much better than what it was before, right? Much, much better. Hopefully they add more stuff that it's destructible. I always find that the game doesn't have enough stuff for you to destroy in the actual, like, game, you know? Like, I know these are, like, very, like, heavy stuff, but like a large caliber round could destroy this, guys, in real life, right? I mean, come on. And then it would fall down and stuff. That would be very cool, right? Because, like, okay, the ceiling over here, it can fall down, as you see. But it's just not enough, in my opinion. Look at the tracks here, like the stuff, the trucks and stuff were moving around. Very, very cool. The effects are pretty beautiful. I don't remember this thing. Was this thing ever here? I really honestly don't remember this thing there. Okay, so yeah, you can see the wind. Very cool. A lot better, guys. A lot better. I mean, I don't even need to talk too much. It's just showing to you how it is. I just love the ground, man. I think the major change that they did here is the ground. Like, it actually feels like a snowy part. Like, look at this. It feels like it's humid, right? That it has water on it, which is amazing. Very cool. Another one of those buildings. I never noticed this map, like in the map, right? Very cool. Let's go to the apartments over there because they changed some of that as well. Okay, very cool. Yeah, of course. Here there was a major change that they removed most of the fence that we had here, right? There was like a big fence here with very large concrete like stands where the fence was, and it was just very large, and it was always on the way. It was kind of annoying. This is the best part that they did. Just remove that. I hate it, right? Because you always hit a lot of targets that are coming from the spawn over here. And sometimes you get outflanked just because you were trying to protect a base over here, right? At the same time, when you come from here, you would be a little bit more closed, right? So now you need to be careful a little bit. People will be seeing you a little bit more there. So, a little bit of a different fence over here. The apartments, as you see, looks much better. Much, much better, guys. Yeah, I mean, the color, everything. Everything that it's kind of falling down, as you see, just looks way more realistic than it was before. The trees, man, look at these trees. Much better trees than we had before as well. The trees were really, really problematic before, man. They were, like, it was like a tree that was way too thick, maybe with the, like, with its foliage or something. It was just very weird. Of course, the new mechanic of the trees falling apart depending on where you shoot is here as well, obviously, since the last patch was added, right? But yeah, so very cool. The buildings are pretty cool, very Soviet-like, very, very like from the 60s, you know, a type of 60s, sorry, 60s way later, like from the 20s, like kind of new buildings that they produced, right? 20s, 30s, right? That was very, very, I mean, you can even see, like, it was kind of cramped, but the objective was to build as many, you know, apartment buildings, like, as possible, right? So they were, in a sense of just having places for people to live, you know, near the factories and stuff. So, very Soviet-like from that time, right? Very interesting. They look very beautiful trees. Just a much better. Here it feels like it's kind of a concrete or something. A little bit. The tracks are a lot louder then as well, because they changed the sounds of the tracks as well, which is pretty good. Let's just see the last part here on the oil part, the fuel part over here. But it is just much better, man. Much, much better. Like the rubble, everything. Everything looks amazing on this map, and hopefully they continue to do this, like I said before, in other maps. So now you have a lot more of these pipes, right, that take the fuel or whatever is stored here to places, right? So you can see that it's a lot more than what it was before, especially with these taller ones. We didn't have these ones before. So yeah, very cool, right? There was like some like small ones, but even smaller than that. Like very small, look at this. But now it's pretty big, it goes around and stuff, more realistic. Oh, we have oil over here. That is cool. But it's not doing anything. Gaijin, please. I mean, definitely, guys, this is not frozen. Because I don't think oil ever freezes unless it's like minus, I don't know, 100 degrees Celsius, right? But, it should be like a fluid, shouldn't it? I don't know. But yeah, very cool. It looks amazing. It really does look like oil. But it probably should have some physics of, you know, like liquid physics, right? Yeah, the exploded thing. Like, look at this. This is very cool. So, much better than before. Much better than before. So, let's see a little bit of the lake over here, the Volga. And the lake, the river, sorry. And then we're gonna go to an aircraft to fly around and see from up above, because it is pretty different as well, right? So, yeah, it looks a lot more realistic as well, you can see already. So let's see how far can we go here. I don't think I can go too far, but this is very cool, man. Look at this. I don't think I'm able to... Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't give that effect of, like, ground, right? But, yeah. So, very, very cool, man. It looks amazing. Look at this. It looks amazing, man. And I'm gonna die. And here we have ice. But, yeah, I'm gonna die. So, let's... Yeah, it's sliding around. Look. That is funny. So let's take a look flying, right? So from everybody, like from the other places, I don't think they changed too much, but I might be wrong. You tell me in the comments if they improved the trees and houses and everything, but I'm pretty sure from, like, for the majority of the map, it will be kind of the same, right? From what it was before. It will be more a little bit closer to what the map is there and near the river, right? So let's get closer there. So here we are getting closer, and you can already see that the Volga River is a bit different, right? It feels a little bit more realistic overall, right? And also the city itself here, it feels a lot more real. One thing that I have to complain is that always these parts that are away from the battlefield, you can clearly see that it's a lot less. I mean, I'm not saying that it needs the same level of detail, but you can see that it's like two different terrains almost in the middle of the normal city there and in the factories where the battles are, right? So it's a bit weird, but yeah. So you can see the Volga River, it feels a lot more realistic. And from up above over here, you will not see too many things, but it looks a little bit more realistic, especially when you see stuff like the terrain itself. It looks a lot better than what it was before. So you can see, I mean, the terrain will be the main thing. So that's, I think, one of the main features, right? The paths that people use with trucks and stuff. These are the most realistic ones that they added to this map, right? So it's very, very good, and it looks amazing from up above. It looks a little bit more clear, I gotta say. A little bit more easy to just see targets, even. It's like the snow, it's a little bit more whiter for some reason. I don't know why, but it just looks like that. Maybe it's the lighting, but I don't know. And yeah, very good, right? And then the Volga River, like I said, it looks way better than what it was before. You have the ice over here, of course, and then here, yeah, it's still ice, right? Look at this. Jesus, I'm almost blinded by this. We have our tank there, and this looks amazing. Look at this. Very cool, man. Yeah, this looks pretty great, I gotta say. The Volga River in all its glory. Looks amazing, man. I'm gonna even take a screenshot out of this. Very cool, guys. But basically, this is it, guys. This is the new Stalingrad version of the map. Or the new version of the Stalingrad map. And yeah, basically this is it. I wanted to show to you guys because these little things always help a lot with gameplay, with everything. It makes it up to be a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more detailed. Of course, maybe not for everybody, because not everybody has a PC that will be running all max settings and stuff. But even I think on low settings, it will be better than what it was before, okay? So it's just because it's more detail on the physical things and not just graphic changes, right? On textures and everything. So that's why, I think, right? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, guys, bye. See ya. And oh my god, what was that? Why did I die there? But yeah, see ya, guys. Bye.